Hello everyone and welcome to my top 5 mousepads of 2021. So in no particular order, let's kick things off with number 5, and that is the gorgeous blue Hamajimat Deskpad I picked up from a prototypist group buy for about £20 earlier this year. It is currently sold out, but it is available from spaceholdings.com for about $23 in blue, black and purple variants. As always, the links will be down below. As soon as I saw this mousepad, I knew it was something I had to pick up. It was well priced, but most importantly perfectly matching my general aesthetic of the gaming setup. Measuring 900 by 400mm and with a thickness of 4mm, it is a very good size and is clearly made from a high quality fabric, which makes for an excellent glide and mouse precision. It has a water resistant coating, a great rubber base and a fantastic print and stitching quality. Overall, I'd have absolutely no problem recommending this mousepad. Moving on to number 4, and that is the Hystar Poly in white. Now, as much as this video is about mousepads, this one gets bonus points for the absolutely overkill but incredible packaging. It came in this awesome high quality magnetic box along with a really nice microfiber storage bag, coaster, sticker and cleaning guide. It cost about £23 or $30, but it felt absolutely worth every penny for the packaging alone. Again, this pad is 900 by 400mm and features a water resistant fabric but without the coating. It's got a great stitching quality and a thickness of 5mm, which is thicker than most mousepads, but honestly is really comfortable to use. Most mousepads in this video have the same rubber base style, and this was no exception. There was absolutely no hint of it slipping around when in use. I really love the design of the Hystar Glyde in white with the geometric shapes and shading gradient. On the Hystar shop website there is also pink, purple, red and blue options available, but the beauty of this white and black mousepad is that it works with practically any gaming setup without looking too over the top. I've actually also been using this as a backdrop for some of my recent unboxing videos, as it's a non-distractive and also attractive way of showcasing products. As I just mentioned, you can also use this with practically any setup theme or style. It doesn't matter if your peripherals are red or green, as almost anything works with black and white. As expected with a name like Glyde, the surface was smooth and one of the best mousepads I've actually ever used. They also have a few other really nice designs to check out. If you do like the thicker mousepad style, Hystar might be the right choice for you. Moving on to number 3, we have my good friend at Unspoken Deskpads. This particular deskpad is the Space Cowboy, and the one thing that stands out about their deskpads is the print quality. The image is always extremely sharp, as you can tell, and the fabric always feels really premium. As for the Glyde, it's genuinely one of the fastest and smoothest surfaces I've ever used. Unspoken produce new group buys each month, and the designs are always fresh and unique, so even if you don't want Space Cowboy, you can get all sorts of things from minimalistic designs to cats, sushi and so much more. There really is something for everyone on their website, so check it out from the link down in the description. You can also save 10% with code ScorpioTech, and that's the benefit of having friends in the business. As with the previous pads, these are also 900 by 400mm and feature great stitching and a non-slip base. Not to mention they come in excellent packaging to make the overall experience even better. Moving on to number 2 in the list is the DeltaHub Minimalistic Deskpad, and this one is totally different from the other pads on the list, and that is because it's aimed at the more home office or minimal styled setups. Aesthetically, it's probably my favourite mousepad on the list, and that's because it just looks so incredibly clean. This particular one is the medium size, which is 900 by 300mm, so a little less wide than the other mousepads we've looked at, but there is a few size options available on their website. I also love the branding in the lower right corner, and the whole mousepad feels light yet really high quality. To save on weight, the underside of the mousepad is made up of these little rubber dots, for lack of a better term, which do a great job at keeping it stable on your desk. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I think it works incredibly well with my current set of peripherals. I think it makes them stand out nicely from the white desk, and the mousepad's texture makes the whole thing feel and look more premium. With great stitching and a thickness of 3.5mm, this mousepad isn't going to be for everyone, but I for one absolutely love it. Although it is slightly more expensive than the other mousepads, with the medium one costing £33 or about €40. Just before we move on, this company also makes these ergonomic wrist rests called Scorpio 2.0. The packaging is awesome and you get this little storage bag and sticker included. Anyway, I wanted to show you this as I was skeptical about it at first, but I can honestly say this thing is fantastic. There are size options, colour options and left and right-handed options available, but it rests perfectly against your lower palm and glides around when in use to support your hand and fight against strain and the potential of carpal tunnel syndrome. It did take me a little getting used to, but it is something that we should probably all think about if we spend a lot of time at our desks. And here we are at number 1 of my top 5 desk pads of 2021. Some of you may know this one as the Setup Tour Deskpad, but its actual name is Purple Storm. This is one I got from a website called AuraMech, and they make a great selection of mousepads with varying designs. I think all of them are in group buys, so as of right now this is currently unavailable. However, they do restock every now and again, so keep your eyes peeled if you like this particular design. This is another 900 by 400mm desk pad with a thickness of 4mm. I've used it most of the year, and that's because I love the design, the aesthetic, and it has a great glide and stitching quality, as well as being extremely easy to wash. For those of you that made it to the end, we've got a bonus worst mousepad of 2021. I saw this on Amazon earlier this year and I love the design, but oh boy, I was not expecting the print quality to be extremely blurry. It's actually quite frustrating as the design is really nice, but the blurry print makes it hard to look at without making me want to cry. Funnily enough, the edges, stitching and base aren't all that bad, but the damage had already been done. If any mousepad creators out there want to create something based off this, but you know, actually a good one, then please do so and let me know. That pretty much wraps up this video, and it's the first one I've done of this style, so I would appreciate some feedback down in the comments. If you did enjoy it, please consider subscribing as we get closer to that 50,000 subscriber mark. And if you haven't already joined the ScorpioTech Discord server via the link down in the description, you can participate in tech discussions, giveaways and setup showdown participation, as well as much more. I really hope to see you there. Thanks again for watching, and see you all in the next video. Goodbye. Why are you still